that when their time to pass on arrives, they tend to do so fast and in their sleep, and even often after having sex, as stated by Dan Bittner. Yes, you heard that right. Hey there everybody, what's up? Living your best life? Maybe stuck in a rut? It's okay. We all fall down in this twisting, tumbling maze of life. Speaking about life, I'm sure many of you want to live a long and healthy one, right? Well, while humanity as a whole hasn't quite cracked that code yet, there are in some places around the world, where people do live long lives while still being healthy. I'm talking possibly some going to 100 years, more than the usual average lifespan. Where are these people? Can we learn some of their lifestyle habits to increase our own lifespans and wellness levels? Yes, we can. So first, let me answer the first question. Where do people live longest? These places have been termed blue zones, which was popularized by Dan Bittner, best-selling author and explorer. Blue zones are places where the general population of people in the area live longer and healthier than other places in the world. The term blue zone was first coined by Michel Poulin and Giovanni Mario Pes when they were studying the long lifespans of people in Sardinia. That's our first where. Sardinia, Italy. More specifically, a close together set group of villages on this island in the Mediterranean. Here, there are 10 times as many people who live past 100 than in the US. The residents here have been genetically and culturally isolated for a very long time. From the genetics standpoint, the M26 marker, which has been shown to connect to a long life, is still present in the local population. Cultural-wise, perhaps a set of factors that contribute more to the increased lifespans. They have a mostly grain and vegetable-based diet, while meat is more of a side. Also, they have strong family values, which lead to strong family ties. This includes Sardinians placing more equity and value with their elders. This itself can add 4 to 6 years to an elder's lifespan, but it also helps in the reduction of mortality and disease rates in children. This is known as the grandmother effect. Furthermore, men from Sardinia are known for their sense of humor and having gatherings with friends. Laughing is certainly one way to reduce stress. Finally, a little red wine a day may also help with stress reduction, and goat's milk might aid to stave off some conditions, including Alzheimer's. The next blue zone is in the north of the primary island in the Okinawan group of islands, which are all part of Japan. Here resides the people with the longest disability-free life expectancy. An added advantage they seem to have is that when their time to pass on arrives, they tend to do so fast and in their sleep, and even often after having sex, as stated by Dan Bittner. Yes, you heard that right. Similar to Sardinians, they have a mostly plant-based diet, with high amount of tofu, might I add. They also use smaller plates so as not to overeat and follow a Confucius-created teaching of stopping eating when they are only 80% full. Also similar to Sardinians, they have a strong sense of society. What's more, the practice of ikigai, which is basically to have a sense of purpose. Perhaps this purpose is a strong factor in their exceptionally long and healthy lives. There are blue zones around the world, but before I give a summary on what most blue zones have in common and how we can incorporate some aspects of their lifestyles into our own, let's look at another blue zone island population, Ikaria, Greece. What I want to mention specifically about Ikaria is that although people generally live longer, 12 years more than Americans on average, they do not have access to good healthcare. They are healthy but don't have a good healthcare system. So, from this we really can see that there is more to being healthy than just having good healthcare. Similar to Sardinia, they eat mainly a plant-based diet with a healthy dose of red wine. However, they need to be tremendously independent in terms of obtaining their food, as there is extreme difficulty in importing or exporting goods due to the natural geography. Furthermore, they have to be constantly physically active due to the terrain and also a very faith-based community. So let me just quickly summarize the common themes throughout the lives of people in blue zones. Firstly, many tend to not have access to Western modernization and have to work hard in their daily lives without the comforts many of us have. However, even without giving up our luxuries, what we can learn from our blue zone brothers and sisters on how to extend our lives and be healthy is: number 1, make movement or exercise part of daily life, not something we force ourselves to do for the sake of exercising. Number 2, include time for distressing, daily if possible. Number 3, practice good eating habits, such as stopping at 80% fullness of stomach after a meal, a mainly plant-based diet, and perhaps a little red wine. And finally, number 4, make family, social groups, and faith or purpose a priority. Think of this as a pyramid with the tip number 4 at the base and number 1 at the top. In most Asian communities, having a multi-generational family in one household is part of their culture, hence keeping to the grandmother idea. How about you? Which Blue Zone's concept that you subscribe most to? Having more plant-based diet? Making movement or exercise a part of daily life? Eating before one is full? Or having time to distress? Or some? All of it? Or none at all? Please leave your comments below. With that, I bid you adieu and a good life. Stay safe everyone. See you in my next video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.